Hello, welcome back to day 2 of the ultimate free-to-play, what did I call this thing? Ultimate free-to-play noob speed run to Dark Dimension 2 in Marvel Strike Force. I am the DD2. This is, like I said, day 2. So we're going to go over everything that happened today. So we're going to quickly look at my sheet down here, and we unlocked 3 new characters. We got Deadpool, we got Rhino, and we got Hand Archerer. Ooh, I know. You're thinking, you lucky guy. Yeah, I got Hand Archerer. Gamora is favorited because now, okay, so this is the first thing we're going to do because I just saw it, so we'll deal with it right away. There's the After Silver Surfer meta, which she's a part of. I'll have an infographic for it at some point. I'll scare one up and start putting it in these earlier videos so you can see who to focus on if you can get them. She's one of them though. She got a major rework. She does massive damage now, and you farm her out of the Blitz store directly. Like typically, old guides would tell you to just open Blitz orbs. No, that's no longer a thing. The power leap is so dramatic now for certain characters, about a dozen or so characters. If you can get them, you're all in on them. They're just that good. They're probably going to carry through the early game. We'll find out as I unlock some of them how good they are, but they're going to be amazing. So don't open Blitz orbs, just farm her directly. I've already farmed her, so we'll have to go into the store here. We're going to talk about that too, if you're a spender at all for this one. See, I've already picked her up. You do 3 farms a day. She's 100 unlocked. Take you about a week to unlock her, but she's well worth it. She's going to make things, you're going to make your life so much easier. When we finished last time, we were level 16. As you can see, we hit level 25, and as so, we've unlocked a few other things. So in the last video, I hadn't unlocked Rhino yet. I was short on Blitz credits, and I couldn't Blitz much because I only had 1 team for Blitz. But at level 17 and level 19, you get 500 Blitz curs, see, for leveling up. So that'll easily help you finish off your Rhino, so you can unlock him and then start the Villains campaign. So then you'll be able to do your campaigns, right? As you can see, I'm up to Villains, this is the Heroes campaign. I'm up to 4-9. I failed that on auto. Bullseye, I kind of want to, I might do it later. So here's the Villains campaign. I'm all the way up to node 3-3 unlocked. So I just ran out of energy basically, right? I don't know if I hit the wall or not. I can't remember, but you basically just go till you fail a node, then you upgrade, right? So, or you can, if you're meticulous about it, you can just upgrade, and then maybe burn less energy failing nodes. That's an option too. I'm just lazy, so I just go until I fail, and then I go back and upgrade anything that I can. So we're going to look at our roster again for a quick second, and you're going to notice this thing that says bonus. There'll come times in the game where certain characters will get double drops on their nodes. So you got double time ×2 skilled military shards for an event, and click on that, and you can see all the characters available. Now, these guys don't have nodes, so they don't have bonuses. But these 3 all have nodes, so if you have the nodes unlocked, you get double shards. So instead of like, if you get 2, you get 4. So it's possible to get 20. You won't in a single farm. But it is, it's advantageous, especially if they're characters you think you might have any use for, right? So it's something to keep in mind when this stuff pops up. And I unlocked, okay, the reason I started this run when I started it is the Cersei event. I've unlocked it, but I can't do it yet because it's a level 28. So something to keep in mind, if there's a new character event that comes up, typically these are probably standardized levels, so you would have to be level 28 to do the bare minimum, the easy campaign, and then you can see 43 for medium and then 58 for hard. I'm just hoping to get her unlocked because she is stupid powerful. Again, that After Silver Surfer meta, she's definitely a part of it. She's going to be huge in Arena. She's one of the first characters to get the Arena tag. Not much to talk about Arena yet because I don't have it unlocked, but at level 20 I unlocked alliances. So now the game just throws you in a default alliance. Maybe I'll throw a link in the video, but there's a Discord server. The main Marvel Strike Force Discord server has a alliance channel where you can look for alliances. Very useful. Basically they'll want you to post a screenshot of this so they can see what your total collection power is, your TCP, and strongest team power, your war MVP, like all these other stats. As modes unlock, you'll get more information. But they want to see this. They want to see where you're at, and then you get recruited, right? Hopefully, good. I gotta do that myself. I'm gonna try and find an alliance that'll carry me, so I can go faster. Because it's a speed run, right? So. And level 25. I hit level 25, which is the magical number for raids. This is probably the most important thing, other than arena, you're going to want to focus on when you can. Raids are going to give you all of your tier ability materials, your greens, your blues. This is just, I just fired this one out myself. It's just Ultimus 1. There's Ultimus 1 to 7 in difficulties, and then the higher difficulties there's like 6.1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But that's not for a while, so don't worry about that. You can see Ultimus, they got level recommendations down here, and they're pretty solid. This is very easy. This I couldn't do, so I just started a new one. I got defaulted into a captain slot, so I was able to start a raid. You won't be able to launch raids unless you're a captain. So hopefully, if you wind up in a default alliance while you just want to build, you'll be able to take advantage of that if you get the captain tag, and you just go ahead and open your own raids when you get enough keys. Though that's the other thing about raids too. There's a key requirement. Up here you can see 26,000 of 3,000. You just earn these by spending your energy every day. So if you're spending your energy doing your 50 core refreshes, this is never going to be an issue for you. You're always going to get your 600 keys in for your alliance, and you're never going to be a liability. So we did got all our levels done. Okay, characters. We'll talk about them for a second. So I've gotten to a point now where I'm at tier 4, and the next tier 5, you start to get in the blue gear. So you're going to want to be more hesitant if you're new with a fresh account, putting that on anybody and everybody, because the gear gets rarer as you go up in levels, especially when you're new. You just don't have reserves, you just don't have stockpiles. So it's a good idea to know who you want to do when you go beyond whatever your highest color gear tier is. And the colors are, there's green, blue, purple, orange, and now there's teal. But you can forget about orange and teal if you're brand new. They're not going to come into play for quite some time. So what I started doing is I gave them all their green gear if they had green gear, because see, sometimes you get green pieces and you get blue pieces when you hit tier 5, right? So I just go ahead and give them the greens because they're cheap, easy. You're going to get tons of that. Don't worry about it. The blue gear, you're going to want to be a little more stingy until you get things figured out, right? And where you leave characters behind. You can see I haven't leveled Shield Medic or Shield Trooper past level 18 and 19, and I hope I don't ever have to. I hope they're just dead to me and I can leave them on the side of the road. 25 is a good stopping point for characters if you're going to forget about them. So try and hang on to level 25 as long as you can. If you don't have to level them, don't. If you don't have to gear them, don't. As I said, these after Silver Surfer meta characters, these are the ones you can go all in safely with, because you're going to be able to carry them straight for like literally over a year. Like on my main account, I'm about a year and a half, I'm about 15 months in. I'm max level, and it's just most of these characters. I don't use any of these characters for anything. I use him on war defense. War is another thing we'll talk about later when we get there. But everybody else is pretty much obsolete to me. Gamora I use though, so get her farmed, get her unlocked. Blitz, just keep doing what you can with Blitz. There's not much to say. As you unlock characters, you'll get more teams. See, I have 11 characters. That's 2 teams. It takes 5 to make a team, and you have to have a whole entire team to send in. So you're kind of stuck doing what you're able to do early on in Blitz, but there's 2 Blitz shards as well, I should mention. There's the beginner Blitz shard, which is the new character shard, and then there's the everybody else shard. And it's cut off by level 60. So when you hit level 60, you'll unlock this ability called Sim Blitz. See, it's there, it's locked. Once this unlocks, you'll be booted out of this shard and into the big boy shard. And it's going to be quite the drastic difference. But while you're in this lower one, I would take advantage, if you're a grinder, getting as much blitzing in as possible. You have to manually blitz, which means it's going to take a lot more time. But your rewards are going to be so much better. You're going to actually be able to unlock characters and stuff. Like, I'm hoping to do well in this Minerva blitz, but I just don't have the... she's such a good character. If I could have spiked her early, that would have been amazing. But I probably won't unlock her, but we'll do what we can and maybe get her from orbs. So we talked about farming going. The tier ability mats, yeah, these are huge. You don't want to spend these either. Their abilities on the side here. You'll see these. The green ones are the lowest. They're tier 1. But after tier 1, you're going to get into the blues, and these are becoming scarce in the late game currently. So again, make sure this is a character you're going to want to improve upon going forward before you spend these blue mats. Because they're gonna become hard to get at certain times. The ×2 drop. Okay, so here's the last thing I wanted to touch on before we wrap up for the day. I'm just going to take a quick look at everything. Oh, and I've unlocked the Nexus Campaign. I should mention that too. Not very far in yet. I'm only like 6 nodes in, but there's the cap node for farming. And Nexus, you can use anyone, so it's a pretty easy campaign. But I want to talk about the store. If you're willing to spend money, okay, this is a free-to-play run. That's what this is for. But if you're willing to spend money, there's levels to it, right? So this is the current event orbs. Don't worry about them. This if you want to unlock Winter Soldier and you're a new player, I guess. And these are the interesting ones. You can unlock full teams. Kree minions are trash. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't spend any of your money on them ever. Okay, but this is interesting, alright? So I just noticed this. 32 days. So this is limited time offer. It's only going to be around for a month. So, but basically, you get to unlock Guardians of the Galaxy. And remember, Gamora is after Silver Surfer meta. So you'll keep using her. The rest of them will fall off quickly. But this is a nice little touch I didn't know they were doing. 1,000 energy a day for a week is crazy for a new account. Absolutely insane. And this is only $20 Canadian, so it's probably only 15 US. So this is crazy good value if you're willing to spend money. Alright? Only if you're willing to spend money. If you're free to play, you can forget about this whole section. Now this one's kind of stupid. Okay, Sinister 6, 180. So this one's even better. These unlock at, I think that's a 5-star unlock. 180 shards. I think so. And again, you get the calendar, only this time it's 14 days, and it's about 700 a day. With a couple, I don't know how much that is. 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 7,000. So it's 10,000 energy over 2 weeks, which is just great if you're a new account. Oh my god, you're going to be off to the races with that much energy. And again, you get the whole Sinister 6 unlock, and this will unlock a legendary too. This will unlock 2 legendaries actually. This will unlock Shuri and Invisible Woman. So there's a lot of value in that deal. Now this one right behind it is absolute garbage. $67, you get 80 less shards per character and only 100k gold, which is nothing. So forget you saw this one. That's garbage. If you were going to pull the trigger, again, if you're a spender, you can make up time dramatically. That's a crazy good deal if you're a spender, as is the Guardians one. Venom, this is how on my main account I originally got my villain campaign going, because I didn't know about the Rhino thing. I just bought this offer. Got 225 cores and 45 will unlock Venom. So there's an easy, cheap way. This is Canadian dollars as well. So it's $3 US, and just bang, you get Venom. It's not terrible. Again, same with Deadpool. You'll get them off a calendar for free, but this probably gets you close to a 3rd star on them. And again, more cores, so it's okay. This is, okay, he's going to fall off quickly, but if you buy this out of the gate, it's pretty good. Because that's a 5-star Spider-Man, I believe. If it's not 5, it's a high 4. And you can farm the 5 at a Blitz store really quick. So that's a lot of power early, but he's just going to disappear. So, don't know if you'd want it. It's $5 US. Again, this Canadian price. And you get 5 legacy orbs, which are they have higher value for new players. So, I know Boomer likes to value these at 25 cents, but if you're a brand new player, they're probably worth double that easy. So that'd be like 250, and then like, it's good. This is terrible. Forget you ever saw this. Just if you really want Winter Soldier, spend the money up top. Vision, he just has no place in the game, so I wouldn't waste your money on this. You're just never going to find anywhere to use them. Never, ever, 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 ever buy a character pack for these insane prices unless you can just set your money on a fire. These are never good deals, ever. Especially, like, she's terrible. Okay, so we got an X-Men deal. $67 to unlock X-Men. I would never do it, but again, if you got lots of money and you just love X-Men, I get it. This probably unlocks a legendary as well. I think Magneto, this would unlock. So there's some value there. This is basically a war defense team, and you're not doing war yet. So I would forget you saw this too as well. It's crazy expensive. This is the power armor team, which has fallen off. It's missing Iron Man because Iron Man's a legendary, so you can't actually like buy shards. You just have to unlock him. Not a very good team anymore, but a lot of shards. If you're a huge spender, maybe you just want to get them up and running. And the thing to note, if you unlock a whole team, the amount of materials you're going to need to get them up and running, you won't have. They don't give you those. They just give you the shards to unlock them and give them star level. So you'll still have to farm all that gear or buy it, or farm all the tier material, ability materials, all the gold. You're still going to need all that. Basically, this is a shield team. You got one half of Wave 1 Avengers, which is a very good team. This team would probably not be very bad, but again, Yo-Yo is actually really good. I imagine she'd be really good in the early game, but she's fallen off as well later. But as a new player, again, it's preference, right? If you're willing to spend, you've got some options here. This deal specifically, there's an event called Payday, I think it is. This is for the Payday event, where you can farm gold once a month. You get extra gold, so this would help you with that instantly. This would get you up to like a 3-star Payday event. This is, if you're willing to spend money, this is $1 US. This is a no-brainer. If you're willing to spend, this is easy. You just buy that. That's no problem. Again, this it depends how much blitzing you want to do. You're probably going to burn through a ton of cores early because you don't have blitz teams. So if you're going to want to do multiple blitzing, you're going to need cores. So again, this is pretty easy if you're new. This comes up all the time. That's worth like $1, and then if you really want more Hawkeye, there you go. So a Minerva, okay, we just talked about her because she's on the Blitz, but well, she was an excellent character, but for a new player, she's going to be still a really good character, even though she's before Silver Surfer met her. She used to be like the best healer in the game, but this also gives some orbs. You get 4 raid orbs and 4 blue orbs. The blue orbs aren't really worth anything. The raid orbs are worth next to nothing. But this would unlock Minerva. So again, for raiding, she'd be outstanding in the early game. She really would. The rest of these are probably just like current offers. That one's not bad, actually. Probably not for like super new players, but okay, if you're new and you're seeing this, you have 3.5 hours left to just buy Hela. If you're a brand new player, this is the biggest no-brainer ever. She unlocks at 45 shards. Just get her. If you're a new player and you're willing to spend money, just buy her. That's the like the, I don't know, the blue collar special, the blue light special. Just buy Hela. That's probably good for an early player. This is blue ability maps, green level 1 and level 2. Again, character offers, just don't. I know, just don't. They seem cheaper, but they're still garbage. Those are no good. Don't touch those. That's never any good. That's terrible. For if you're a brand new player, this probably has value. $3 for 5 orbs. It's pretty basic though. It's not spectacular. And the rest of this is probably not very good. Okay, there's another like $1 for some green. Probably okay. This is $3 US for 3 of those. Again, if you're new, it's probably got the value. What is that? Oh, that's a Blitz Orb. This is not worth anything. Never buy these. These are bad. This is horrible. Again, this is horrible. This is interesting. I think this is probably worth your cores. I said in the first video, never spend your cores on anything but energy refreshes. You know, certain situations. This might be a certain situation. That's a gold orb. And those are training mats. You're going to run out of those. You're going to run out of all of this. So to spend 280 cores on that seems pretty good. And there's another one under here too. I wouldn't touch that. Here's another one, yeah. Just a little less. For a little less, I'd probably pull the trigger on that one too. I might do that on these accounts. I don't know. Never buy this, and that's it. Okay, so there's the story. There's most of those are like beginner offers that just unlock when you're a new player. They'll only show up the one time. They'll only last as long as they last, and then they're gone. Not the Hello one. That's part of the Black Friday pre-sale, I think. But most of the deals I went over there, they're just, yeah, this is the Black Friday Steam Peak sale. So, but most of the deals I went over, they're for new players. They pop up if you're a new player. That's the only time you're ever going to see them. So when this goes away, it's probably gone for good. Now, don't worry about fear of missing out. If you're free to play, none of this means anything. But if you're willing to spend a little money, there's a lot of value to be had here, and for good prices. But these deals at the top, if you're any kind of spender, to just instantly, okay, Guardians, again, Gamora is the only one of any long-term value here. The energy's good, but this is insane. This will get you 2 legendaries later and a ton of power. So if you were willing to spend money, this is probably it. And you can roll through the villains campaign with this team too. So lots of value there. I hope that helps, and subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, and I'll see you tomorrow with another one.